Hey, happy Friday, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying this great weather that we have been having. Again, it's Friday, so y'all know what it is. It is time for the Eventful Experience podcast with your host, Latasha Rains. No, I wasn't able to post the announcement today because it's my son's birthday. However, y'all should know what happened on Friday, okay? So, as always, share the live. Invite your friends to tune in with us. Leave your questions. And I think that's it. Okay? So, last week, of course, it was just me and myself, which is how it is going to be every other week again. I'm not going to have a business owner on the podcast every Friday, okay? So, that part of it has been put out there. Again, welcome to the Eventful Experience podcast. So, on today's show, we have, listen, if y'all been following me from the beginning, I have been trying to get my homie on here. We've been having some issues with it, but nonetheless, he's here today, all right? So he is someone that I met what am I trying to say? I met him in Atlanta. I'm trying to get him to do an event that I was the vendor coordinator for, and we've been connected since then, and always looked out for each other, got good words of wisdom for each other. So I finally got him on the platform. Okay. All right. So I am going to bring him onto the stage. You guys show your manners and speak when people enter the room. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring on none other than Mr. Corey Nathan. Okay. Hey, Corey.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, we finally made it happen, right?
Finally made it happen, man.
Listen, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. So again, everyone, as I stated, Corey Nathan is based out of Atlanta, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So Corey is in Atlanta. Corey is a business owner with his own clothing brand, and he got some absolutely amazing designs. Okay. So, not gonna hold you all along with me talking. You know how we go. We're gonna talk to each other again. Leave those comments, y'all, and be sure to share this live with your friends and family. Okay. So I'll go ahead, just how we always do. Corey, I'll just have you introduce yourself and just give us a little bit about your business.
Okay. Again, my name is Corey Nathan. Out of Atlanta, Georgia, south side of Atlanta to be exact. And I am the owner of Geeks Clothing Company, owner and founder, creator, however you want to say it. We came up with this thing in 2020. And Geeks is important to me because Geeks is more than just, a clothing brand. It's more so a mentality, a mindset. It's a passion. If you know who you are and, you mastered your craft and you're comfortable in that, you see the value in that, then this is the brand for you. So that's basically it in a nutshell.
Good. All right, so you've had you said for about 5 years now?
Correct, yeah, since
That's good. That's good. So, is it just you behind the brand, or do you have business partners that's along with you?
No, it's just me myself.
So I know how that goes, okay?
It's a busy life, ain't it?
Man, I understand. But no, that's cool. So you say you've had it for about 5 years. So you gave a little bit about the business. So what, how do I want to word this? What was your vision when you came up with the brand name for your clothing line?
Well, the vision was to first and foremost be true to myself. When I came up with it, I said, okay, well, who am I? As an individual, as a man, I'm a thinker at heart, a creative. A lot of things that I've done in the past, I've just kind of noticed that the part of it I enjoyed was, the figuring it out, the knowledge part, getting the information and applying it and finding new methods. So I was a thinker, and I said, well, I know it's a lot of other people like me, that look at life the same way. And I want to kind of try to highlight those people. And I think it's important, because the thinkers are the ones that make it move, in my opinion. The ones that come up with the ideas. And those are the people I wanted to get in touch with. So I said, hey, let's go ahead and try to go on and change that negative to a positive. We're going to call it geeks. Because when you think of a geek, you think of somebody that's unpopular, somebody that's maybe out of touch, but they're into themselves.
Got
but
it.
I wanted to merge that, because we can be sociable as well. It's gonna take a lot
Mhm.
of socializing and getting in front of people and talking to people in order to connect properly. So Geeks
Right.
Club only came from that, just me being true to myself and being honest.
And ain't nothing wrong with being, because I feel like at some point I feel like I'm a nerd or a geek sometimes. So no, I definitely understand. Yeah, so that's good. So I know I've followed you. I think it's been what, maybe 2 years now, just about.
Yeah, about 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 2 years now. Yeah. So, and I see you have like different designs. So how do you? Because like you said, you're a thinker, you're creative. So how do you sit down and figure out what designs you want to come up with, or when do you want to drop this new design, and how often do you feel that it's beneficial to drop new designs?
Well, so my thought process when it comes to designs is, I like for it to be natural. So, for example, I have a design called the Phoenix, and the Phoenix is something that represents rebirth and taking yourself, ripping yourself apart, and putting yourself back together in a new way is deep to me.
That's
It's
good.
needed in life, it's needed in business, it's needed in relationships, it's needed for personal growth. So
Mm-hmm.
that design came to me through, personal trials and tribulations. So that's my thought process behind that. I want to connect personally with the customer, with the person that's viewing the item. I want to try to connect them with where I was when I thought of it.
Okay.
So, and as far as when we drop, that's kind of organic as well because I feel like you got to kind of read the temperature of what's going on, and when you drop at the right times, then you get the best response. So I try to gauge it off of what's going on and how I'm feeling, and just the
Mhm.
temperature of what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, that's real good, and I like that whole meaning behind the Phoenix part of it, because that's it. Like you can't continue to be the same way. You know what I'm saying, all the time. Like at some point you do, or you should, not you do, but you should want to evolve. You know what I'm saying, in life, like you said, business, relationship, anything. So no, that's absolutely good. Yeah. So I see that you have like a lot of models.
A lot of models.
You have a lot of different models. No, I love it. Hey Nicole, thanks for joining. And I love it, and I say that because so I think that's the part with me that I may have an issue with. Like, so how do you go about selecting who is a part of your brand? Like, who does your photo shoot for your brand?
Well, in the beginning, well, it kind of evolved over time. So in the beginning, when you first starting out, you're tapping into your friends and family. You're trying to kind of just reach out to the ones that's around. Hey, I got this vision. I want to do this, and are you willing to help? Because in the beginning, you don't got the bread all the time to pay people,
Okay, right.
and it's just a different situation. But as time went on, I noticed that for one, a lot of the people that I was reaching out to personally, they wasn't really as enthusiastic about it as I, hoped for them to be. And that's okay because everybody has their preference. But I
Mm-hmm.
noticed was a lot of strangers, a lot of people that peeped the brand, they seen the mission, they wanted to be a part of it. So I looked at it like, okay, well, I'd rather work with those who see it and it calls them versus me calling people and making them come be a part of it. So I just started working with people that wanted to be a part of it. Simple. If you saw it and you liked it and you want to put it on and you look good in it, let's go. I
Why
got
not? Right.
yeah. So
Yeah, no, that's good because that also goes back to, because that was me when I did my first brand photo shoot. Listen, I don't have to reach out to no friends. Between my sisters and my nieces and nephews, it's about 16 of us, okay?
okay. No, you got it. The team.
So I didn't need to find no friends or nobody else. Hey Miss Dorothy, hey Lindsay, thanks for joining. Um, and so it goes back to that piece where people are always saying like your friends and family won't be the ones that support you, like strangers are going to support you more. So it's funny that you said you reached out to those who you would have thought would have been around, you know what I'm saying, been able to support you with the brand. And I took that as, if you don't, and again, we can't expect everybody to be excited about our vision. That's something else I had to learn as well. But you also don't want any negativity along with your brand. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not excited about even just wearing it and taking a picture, then it don't show in the picture.
Exactly, that too. Exactly, it's the energy.
It don't show in the picture. So it's one of those things to where you say people reached out to you, they saw it and like it. And that's super dope because it's an unfortunate thing, but that's how it is sometimes. And sometimes we have to rock like ladies that I love strangers. Me too.
Like, your biggest supporters be the ones that don't know you because
I don't know you.
they don't have time to form a bias or to form some type of, they just kind of take it for what it is.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. So so how many designs? Because I can't keep up with you because you be dropping. Okay, you be dropping. And it was something that you posted. I think I inboxed you like, man, that was dope. I can't remember which one it was, but I love it, and I like the fact that your brand is unisex. So it's not just catered to men. So like some of the short sets that you have. So with that, is your brand? Do you have a line for children, or is it only adults right now?
All right, so right now it's adults, but
Okay.
I am working on the kids' clothing. I'm working
Okay.
on it right now because I really want to tap into the youth, tap into the schools.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I say, it's a mission. So what better way to do that than to tap into the youth? So I'm definitely trying to get that together. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Cool. So right now, do you have a website, or are you just doing orders through your social media?
I do have a website. It's under construction because I'm trying to
Okay.
go ahead and independent off of these other platforms. So right now, through social media, you can definitely contact me. All
Okay.
of my apparel is listed. All of the clothes is photographed. So just inbox me and we'll make it work.
Okay. So with that, because I know most of your stuff, I don't want to say it's already like a pre-order type thing. So do you offer custom orders? Like if someone wanted something in a specific color, do you offer that, or is it just these are the colors and this is the design and this is what you get?
Well, I was doing that in the beginning, the custom colors. You hit me if you got a pair of shoes. I match it up. I was doing that, and from time to time, I will do that, but I had to kind of cut back on that
Okay.
because it gets complicated when you're trying to have
Everybody.
yeah, and when you're trying to have a certain inventory and you promoting this and then
Yeah.
people asking for that, then it just kind of throws off your numbers. But
Yeah.
depending on the occasion, if you got a birthday, you have somebody pass, things like that, I will customize and make sure that yours is special. But
Okay.
we kind of keep it. If it's on the site, that's what we got.
Yeah, and I get it. I understand because you do have people that will definitely try it. Hey Sean, thank you for joining. But no, that's really good. It was something else that I had to ask you. And it just went like off the top of my dome just that quick. So right now, how many designs do you actually have that are available for purchase?
So right now, as far as designs, I have about 6 or 7 designs, I believe it's
Okay.
7. I got one that I haven't released yet, and it's for the ladies. But I have 7 in total.
Good. See, I need to get my life together because I'm sitting over there on these measly 2 designs.
Hey, but that's how you gain momentum. You keep pushing them; they ain't gonna forget them.
Yeah, get my life together. Hey, yeah, thanks for joining. No, like seriously, I didn't post it the other day. I'm like, I need to get back to my brand, but I am. So I know you offer the t-shirts and the short sets. What are some of the other items that you offer at this time or plan to offer in the future with your brand?
Okay, so for right now, we got short sets, sweatsuits, full sweatsuits, hoodie sweatsuits, and crew neck sweatsuits.
Okay.
I also have just singular. If you want to get just the t-shirt, just the shorts, I do separate that because I understand that. For the ladies, we got some biker short sets. We got some regular unisex fit short sets. I got a dress. It's a 2-piece dress set that I got.
Okay.
That's pretty dope. And then I got some legging sets that comes in a plethora of colors. So
Okay.
For
See, I
right
told you, like, when I say when he be dropping his stuff, I be like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it's nice, you know what I'm saying? It's not too much.
Mhm.
It's not anything extra. It's simple, it's cute. You know what I'm saying? And it gets the point across. But yeah, I absolutely love this brand. I haven't purchased yet. He did donate some items for the event in Georgia, and whoever bought the hat, I think it was Alfonso's son, won the hat. He definitely been working it.
That's what's up. Shout out to Alfonso's son, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely been rocking it. So again, at the end of the live, I will make sure Corey releases information so that you guys can check out his brand, okay? Be sure, like I said, right now, if you're not able to purchase, share it. You know what I'm saying? Support is more than spending money. And this is what this platform is for. It's more than spending money. You can share it, and somebody that see it when you share it, they might buy something. You never know. Hey, Auntie Deborah, how are you? All right, so again, as always, the first half of the podcast is all about the business owner, okay? However, you know how this flip gotta go, because we gotta talk about the events, right? That's what the podcast is about, okay? So, when it comes to the events with your brand, there's gonna be a lot of stuff we're gonna cover here, and I'm gonna try to keep it short as possible. And I know you said you started in 2020, which we all know was in the middle of COVID. So how did that look for you with starting a brand during COVID and not being able to put it to the outside events like that? So how did that work for you? Because I know we were shut down and there wasn't many events going on, and if it was like 5 vendors. So how did that look for you? And I'm going back to that because that's when you started. So COVID, you just started. How did that look for you when trying to get out there with your brand, trying to do an event?
When it came to events, during that time, like I say, nobody wanted to be around nobody. It wasn't no situation where you just wanted to be in a venue with a lot of people.
Right.
So when I first started, it was a lot of word of mouth, and it was a lot of just kind of street work. I come from a background of music, so I'm used to just loading the trunk up, going outside, just kind of getting it popping. Hey, what's going on? What's happening? Well, we got this going on. So that's how I started with that. And then social media was my biggest tool. That was my biggest tool. So events was kind of scarce, but we still, I still got it pushing because I want to.
Yeah, because I know that was a different time. Like, it was, I just pray we never got to go back there. Okay?
We won't.
Yeah. So, with that being said, how often do you, I almost said host events. How often are you a part of events? Like, do you try to do a monthly, or how's that? Because I know I have some people who do events every weekend.
Well, I'm currently trying to get back into an every week situation.
Okay.
I would try to have it lined up to where I had something going on at least maybe 3 to 4 times a week. Because, the more you out there, then the more, your brand gets seen. So at least about 3-4 times a week, I'm trying to get back moving.
A week?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because, you may have an event out there in Stone Mountain, then you may got one in College Park, but you're getting that many more eyes on your
yeah.
content, that much more, connection. So I try to get out there with it. That's the only way. Yeah.
Okay. So I know this question is kind of tricky because you're in Atlanta and it's really kind of like semi always warm. Do you have a preference on outdoor events or indoor events?
Well, like you said, it does depend on the season, because if it's super cold, you ain't gonna have a lot of people come out to an outdoor event. So it really depends on the season. But me personally, I like indoor events because it's a little bit more intimate. I can connect with the customer better. I like to sit and talk to them, because it's just, hey, how you doing? I got this merch for sale. Hey, all right, thank you. That's not me. I want to connect. What you got going on? All right, where's your business card? Because it's all about trying to help each other. So
absolutely,
it's a little better.
Yeah, and that's the same for me. And again, everybody has their own preference. I definitely like the indoors a whole lot better. A whole lot better. The weather just be so unpredictable here in Ohio. Like, so I try my best not to. I've hosted one outdoor event, and that was a back to school event. That was like 7 years ago, 8. It'll never happen again. Yeah, so I try my best to stay inside. So with that, so what's in your mind when you've done either event, whether it's inside or outside?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like the outside events you get more traction because people are driving by and seeing you outside, or do you feel like the indoor events are better because the host has done the promoting and things of that nature? What's been the difference with that for you?
I think, like I said, I still stick with the indoors because the thing about those is the customer is more comfortable as well. When they get to come in and like walk the floor and they see all these different vendors, they see, it may be food, it may be different things going on, and then it may be a show going on. Like, you never know.
Right.
So the indoor is a little bit more comfortable for the customer. So I think you get a little better, return on everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's good. Because I hear a lot of people say they prefer to do outdoor events because outside of the promotion from the hosts and the vendors, there's people riding through the neighborhood or the block and they see the tents and they see them outside. So for me, I think it kind of can go either way because you can be riding down the street and you see some sort of promotion sign or something said an event and you may stop there as well. So
True.
I think that can work either way. And again, just depending on where you're at. So what's the different events that you have done over the years? Because we all know that the events are not all peaches and cream every time. And this platform is to definitely be honest, very blunt, and very transparent when it comes to that. Again, I don't sugarcoat anything. That's just me in real life. With your experience, and I want to hear a good experience as being a vendor, and I want to hear a bad experience as being a vendor. So share those two moments with us as best as you can.
All right, well, start with the good. Let me see. So when I first started, I started vending at a spot called the Bonfire. When I really started like getting that regular position, it was at the Bonfire. It was every Sunday night. And it was a crowd that I wasn't used to, but it was something that I needed to get used to. It was dope. It was a lot of different kinds of people. So I do remember one particular night, and it was when I just got set up for like a role. It was a good connection night. I met a gentleman. We got chopping it up. He bought a hat. We snapped a picture of everything. We exchanged information. That night, I was so amped up about it. I was like, all right, I'm going to get everybody's business card. I'm going to take pictures of the business cards, and I'm going to promote them on my page just to kind of show everybody that, hey, I was one of the vendors that was there with you that night, and I support your business. Like, it's a competition, but it's love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got it. From that, I got people hitting me up. They started sending me other events, plugging me into different people, different promoters. So I was like, okay, that opened the door, and it showed me that it is good people out here. So that was a great experience for me. And then the transition over to a bad one, I guess, let me see. I did one on the south side. I ain't gonna get too specific because they're still good people, but it just wasn't a good situation. It was like they didn't really promote the event. And that's very important. You gotta promote the event because if nobody knows what's gonna happen, then you're not gonna have no customer, you're not gonna have no traffic. It's just gonna be a bunch of vendors in their network.
Right.
But this particular event, it wasn't really a lot of traffic, and it wasn't really a lot of vendors. It's probably about 7 of us, maybe.
Okay.
The area was messed up. The parking wasn't really on point, because it wasn't. Even if we did have traffic, they didn't have nowhere to park.
Yeah.
So it was just like a failed attempt at trying to host an event, and from then it did get better with that particular person. But that event was like it put a bad taste in my mouth as far as events for a minute because it was like, you know,
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it, but that was it. You know, for the most part, every event I kind of try to find the good in it because it's gonna be ups and downs in this game. But as long as you can roll with it and bounce back, then you'll keep going at it. So I try to be positive either way.
Yeah, and that's good. So going back to your good experience, that's me. When I say I'm big on networking, find out who to build it with you, because you never know how y'all can help each other. And I always tell people you need to know who you're vending with because, like you said, they reach out to you about other events, and that's how you continue. You know what I'm saying? The event flow going on because you can't be a gatekeeper and keep it all to yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So no, that was good, and that's again that networking. I tell people all the time. Most of the times I do an event, and I'll be honest with people. Sometimes I've done events and I've not made absolutely any money. But who did I meet while I was there? Who can I connect with? You know what I'm saying? Who can I get to be a vendor in my next event? And that's how it should be. And I do understand that a lot of people don't have that mindset, and it's fine. But for me, that's the most part. And so going back to your bad event, parking is a big deal for me.
Yes, sir.
Like when selecting a venue outside of space, parking. Because not only you want to make sure your vendors have a place to park, you want your customers to be able to be comfortable enough to have to find a park. Because I've known some people who've gone to an event, if they can't find a park, they don't come in. So now they're losing support.
Exactly, that's the whole thing. If the customer not comfortable, they're not gonna be comfortable enough to show you no support. So we gotta accommodate.
Absolutely. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure there is ample parking when you're selecting venues for these events. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, you just can't think about the space. You gotta go a little bit further with it because like I said, nobody wants to just continue to ride around the block trying to find a park and they can't find a park. Because at that point I'm going home because I probably got something else to do anyway.
That way.
So no, but that's good though. And like I said, I'm always very honest when it comes to this because all events are not good. Even though and I tell people all the time, I've hosted some events that turned out to be trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's an unfortunate part of it from the host and the vendor side of it. Like it goes both ways. You can go to an event and make a bunch of money. And you can go to an event and not make your table fee back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of it. But yeah, and this is why this platform is here, so that business owners can not be blindsided by some event hosts that I'm trying to say this as professionals.
Nah, I got you. Yeah, I feel the vibes because
I'm trying. And I don't know if you've ever, hey sis, thanks for joining. No, I'm not adding you, ma'am. This is a professional platform. But so one of the things that I've always, and you probably heard me talk about it before, when people ask how many people are going to be in an event.
Yeah. That's the dreaded question, man. How many people gonna be?
I don't know. And I'm not about to act like I know because I don't. So where I was going with that was you have some event hosts who will give it a number, will exaggerate on the number of how many guests they tend to come out. How many people don't expect to come out. And what I tell people is that I'm not selling a table to you. Because at that point, I feel like I'm trying to sell a table to you. Because I'm trying to convince you of, it's going to be 500 people. I expect 500 people to be. I'm not selling a vendor spot to you. And so when I say I'm so casual with it, like, hey, this is the spot, this is the event, this is how much it is, this is what comes along with it. If I get that question, my answer is always, I don't know. And then I just offer what platforms advertisement is being on. And also adding that vendor must also promote that event as well. Because that's a big piece.
Yes, it
Okay?
is. Getting ready to say, yeah, the hosting, host too. But if you not promoting your business, your event, well, yeah, what you doing, man? You just showing up and hoping people
That's it.
come and
And that's
uh,
it. And that's it. And you will find it, when I say there was this group that I was in, as a vendor group, and like one of the biggest arguments on their debates, now I'm gonna say arguments, one of the biggest debates was vendors saying how they feel like they should help promote the event because they paid the host.
you're not paying for promotion though. You're paying for the opportunity to be in the room.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen.
Yes.
And so, like, it had got to the point to where I had to put that in my actual contract. I was like, hey, so I don't guarantee you sales. I'm providing a space for you to sell your business product. And that's it. Just because I'm hosting an event doesn't mean I can't sell your product. And I tell people all the time, don't be concerned about how many people are walking through the doors. The only ones you need to be concerned about is who comes to your table, who you engage with.
That's right.
500 people might come out. That don't mean everybody's going to shop with you. You may have something that they don't want at that time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that whole making sure everybody's promoting the event is huge. And I don't understand why they don't understand. Why some don't understand that. It's a collective effort.
Correct.
It's a collective effort. Yeah. So that's just how I feel on the whole. How many people?
I actually hosted an event myself because I had done so many events. I said, all right, well, I done talked to these hosts. I done met people. I'm like, man, let me take a stab at it because I feel like, all right, I think I could put together an event that would be fair to the vendors, fair to the customers, and we'll have a good time. So that's how I did it. I even made flyers for the business. You know, send me your pictures. I'll make a personalized flyer. That way you don't have to worry about that. All you have to do is post it. You can repost my caption. Just, you know, put it out there. You know, everybody didn't do that. So then once they didn't get that return, it was like, well, I was paying attention. And no, you didn't repost anything. You didn't ask nobody. You just was kind of waiting. And the same attitude is displayed at the events. Because you'll notice some vendors that'll get a setup, this elaborate setup. They got the signs, you know, party lights and strobe lights, but then they just sitting there. They not getting.
Sorry, don't start. Don't do it.
But then they not doing nothing. They just sitting there on their phone. They expecting their people, and it's like, no,
it's not it.
You know, you got to sell yourself.
Absolutely, you do. You have to sell your product. Like,
true.
Just because like you said, your display is, you know what I'm saying, over the top, doesn't mean it may engage them to your table. But if you're not interacting with them, they gonna keep going back.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good that you said that, because that's one of my biggest things with my events. I tell hey, I don't care if somebody's just walking past and you don't think they're stopping at your table. You stand up and you speak.
That's right. That's right. Knowledge stay presence.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My sister is crazy. We've been here in Atlanta, sis. But yeah, and that's good. So you've already been dropping a few nuggets. So what I usually do, the last segment of the podcast, my sister's crazy. If you can leave 3 tips or wisdom or some advice for potential business owners who want to be a part of vendor events, or they're already doing it. So go ahead and just leave us, 3 tips or some advice that you want to leave for them.
All right, well, tips for events. I would say keep an open mind when you first start going out here and vending at these events, and with anything, with any business venture, with anything you're doing new. Expect that you may take a loss, and that's how you got to jump out there and you got to be optimistic, but expect that you might take a loss, and it's okay, because with a loss comes learning. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump out. One of my favorite quotes is, "He who sweats the most during practice bleeds the less during war." So it's like, if you don't prep, if you don't prepare, if you don't go out and study your opponents, study your competition, look at, your area of expertise, see who else is doing it and see what they're doing and how they're doing it. Then you're not gonna really get where you think you're gonna get. But you gotta practice, you gotta be ready. And then that way, once you step out here, you get less licks, you know what I'm saying? And you get and then my last tip, I say just have fun, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, make sure it's something you enjoy. Make sure it's something that speaks to you. And then that'll make you want to just continue to do it. So be true to yourself, practice and prep, and keep an open mind. They're my tips.
That's good. That last one, have fun. That's number one for me.
Yeah. Gotta be something dope. Yeah.
Definitely, because if it feels like work, then what you should be doing as a business.
Yeah,
you gotta have fun with it.
That's right.
Got to. No, I definitely appreciate it. This was fun. We finally got to do it, homie.
I'm happy we did too, because that was a good one. That was good vibe.
Yeah, that was good. So, everyone, thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. This will end the interview part of the podcast. I will have Corey drop all of his social media information on there so that you guys can follow him. Be sure to follow him, okay? Go check out his brand. I'm telling you, he got some really dope things. I ain't bought none yet, but I'm about it. I'm looking at this short set.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, I got you.
Yeah, look at that short set. Hey, cousin Toya, thank you for joining. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and remove him from the stage. Corey, thank you again. I appreciate it. And I'll let you know when we're back in Georgia. I'm trying to get with Alfonso and see what's going on. But I'll definitely keep you posted. You already know. Thank you again. And don't forget, when you leave off of the platform, to go ahead back into the live and leave all of your social media content so they can follow you, all right?
Will do. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right.
That was good. Like, we've been trying since like the first episode. However, it all came together. It was such an amazing interview. I had actually got the pleasure to meet him when I went to Georgia. Really cool down to earth guy, okay? But thank y'all again. As always, every Friday. Now, I think I'm out of town next week, but I think I'll be back on. I gotta figure out my schedule with that. But I'll definitely keep you all posted to let you know if I will be going live on next week. As always, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. There are episodes already on there. Come on and help your girl get her views up, alright? Share with your cousins, your friends, your business owners, baby mamas, baby daddies, the baby mama girlfriend, the baby daddy girlfriend. Share with everybody, okay? It's a popular platform, okay? So, there's no reason why there should be any negativity on board, alright? Again, subscribe to the YouTube, The Eventful Experience Podcast, okay? I need to get these numbers up. There's like 5 episodes on there already. I believe it may be a little bit more. However, LatashaPRains.com. Check out my website. Check out the Eventful Experience magazine that you can purchase on the website as well. It's a magazine for the behind the scenes of events by Tasha. I have my Kids in Biz Young Entrepreneurs feature, and there are business ads galore in there for you, okay? Vendors, check out the Event Endeavors 50-page ebook, okay? Because y'all need it. Stop acting like y'all don't. And go grab the ebook, go grab the magazine. Along with the purchase of the ebook upon completion, you get a free hour consultation with your girl. You can help us beat that. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you again for tuning into the Eventful Experience Podcast with your host, Latasha Rains. God bless. Have a good weekend. Be safe. See you on it. Well, I'll let y'all know if I'm back next week. All right? Have a good night.